Hey everyone. So this is, I think, video 3 of the actual Unity live streams, because I really don't want to do it in the tutorial format anymore, and this way you still get to see how I do things at least, and hopefully show you some new stuff. So in the previous video, we got to the point where we built a scene, we ran around, and we had pickups, which I apparently didn't put back in the scene. But yeah, that's gonna annoy me that the pickups aren't there. But yeah, we created these pickups. Let's play. The camera's there, and you're able to get them, have your health and whatnot. Did I have any other scenes, or was this just? Was this just a? Oh no, we did actually have a test scene, which was brilliant to know. So we had a test scene, and this is the one you ran around, and we also did create a map at the end of it. But you'd lose water and food and whatever. So you could go pick up some water, go pick up some food, and of course health. So this time, what we're going to do is start, as the stream title suggests, start with UNET's networking. It's going to be fun. Yeah, we're going to implement networking into the other scene, but first I actually have to spin off the rest of the thing, like I have to prefab the UI. Just then that's in the other scene, if you get what I mean. Also just apply the changes to have the whole player script thing. Maybe make the UI a child of the player. Apply. There. Right, so that should be there, which is fine. So jumping back into our other scene, because we're going to be working primarily from this one. Focusing on the player. Check that. Transitioned over okay, quickly. Except for that, which just needs to be unchilded, I guess. Seems fine. Screen space camera. The player's camera. Plane distance of 1. Can I go any lower? I can go to 0, but let's not go to 0. You still want to see set UI. And what do you know? We have anti-aliasing bloom on it. Well, maybe not, that's not what I meant. That's the field. That's going to mildly annoy me. You know, just going to remove depth of field and bloom. Yeah, just going to remove depth of field and bloom. Okay, so the actual networking bit. It's going to be fun. Yeah. So we need a network manager, but we also should not be in this scene. But whilst we're here, I'm just going to build settings and add the current scene. So we want to create a new scene. If I've not already made a menu, have I already made a menu? I have indeed not made a menu. So I want to create a new scene. That's not how you create a new scene. New scene. Save it under the scenes folder. just call it menu. I just realized I'm not actually listening to anything, so this is a bit dull for me. So give me a sec. Play.google.com. And you should not be able to hear this time. What am I in the mood for? Even though it's not sunny. Send us Summer 2016. Let's go that one. I don't hear anything because my volume mixes. Oh no, 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 no. Let's change playlist. I'm not in that. That's fine. I'll do. Okay, so networking is a thing. We've saved the scene. We have to add the scene to the build settings. Now, if we add a new game object, center it, call it network manager, add component, we're just going to use Unity's default network manager. Drag in the menu to offline scene, and the online scene, drag in the scene we made beforehand, which was scene 1. You don't need to worry about anything on the network info for the moment. Make sure destroy and load and run backgrounds checked, but they should already be. Spawn info, we want to drag in the player prefab. Just lock it to the inspector. Prefabs, player, just drag that in. Go to create player, set random, and then we don't have to worry about the rest for the moment, but we will soon. Also, we couldn't drag that in because I just realized the player does not have a network identity, as shown by the little arrow in the bottom left-hand corner. So add in a network identity. And while we're here, set local player authority, which all that means is the local user is what controls sending the data. So allow the client to control the movement of the player. We will also need a network transform. Keep it the default values for now, and just sync the ridge body 3D. How am I moving the player? Is it just yeah, it's not through rigid body. So just sync the transform. Basically what the network send rate does, I'll just go quickly through these, is the number of network updates per second. So it'll sync the transformation of that game object 9 times per second. If you put it higher, then it'll sync it more often. If you put it lower, it'll sync it less often. If you put it 0, it won't sync at all. We want to sync full 3D access, and if it moves, then it'll interpolate across the network of where it has been to where it received the data, and it'll snap. Well, yeah, just snap. Sure. So that is the player. Just apply, delete network manager, drag in the player. Just clear that. We also need a network manager GUI, sorry, network manager HUD, because I'm not going to be creating one at this time, or not yet anyway. But we'll probably end up replacing it with the version that's on the asset store. Yeah. And network discover, is it discovery? Yeah, and network discovery. Then when you press play, that's in the wrong place. That's going to be annoying. Offset X and Y, so it's just offset by 150. Okay, so when you initialize a broadcast, you can start broadcasting, and then when you host a game, if there's any other computers on the network, and they also initialize the broadcast but listen for a broadcast, instead of typing in your computer's IP address into this box and then pressing connect as a client, that they'll be connected automatically. Yeah. So if you only want to run a PC as a server, then obviously check server only. If you want to host the game yourself and still be able to play it, host. And then matchmaker we're not going to worry about because that's online. That's for online stuff. Yeah. So when you click LAN host, it pops you into the scene where you can run around and do stuff, which is fine. So that was actually not all we had to do, obviously. If we jump back into the other scene, select the player, delete it. Oh, no, not delete the name, delete the object itself. And then we need to edit some scripts. So if we head into the prefabs, and then open the first person controller, we're going to do some editing. So we're going to be requiring Unity engine networking. So once Visual Studio has caught up, Unity engine, where is IntelliSense? There it is. Networking. And then instead of a mono behavior, it is now going to become a network behavior. So under update, if it's not a local player, we don't want it to basically update itself because it's supposed to get the current state of that object across the network. So if, and then there's just a nice is local player. If it's not local player, then just return, because we don't want to really update it. And then if I remember correctly, there is a fixed update somewhere, or a late update. There is a fixed update. Just do the same there. That should be all of them. Yeah. So now, whilst we're in the scene, I'm also going to just add some quick spawn points. So create empty, add component, network spawn, network start position. Okay, save, jump back into the first scene. Network manager, let's just do round robin, save. Let's do a build just to see what's going on. So dev build, and then just gonna quickly check something. Other setting. Run background. That's fine. So if we go build and run, a new folder called builds. And I'm just going to call this FT 0.0.1. Oh, I forgot to shake it. It should be fine. Oh, what is Unity doing? Come on, Unity. I believe in you. I believe in you. Oh, look at all those shader compilations. Oh, joy. Haha, it's built. So just get out past firewall. Play. Hide that. Windowed. And we want actually a fairly small window. Fastest. Play. And host. So we also want to initialize. Let's try that again. Initialize broadcast. Start broadcasting as a server. Host. Sitting here saying hello. Come on. Pin. Oh, no, we're doing another one. We have, here it is. So just close. Initialize, listen. So it's found a game. let's join it. Excuse me? Yeah, that's the thing we now need to do. Okay, so technically that worked. However, the camera is a thing that exists on both, which shouldn't. On start, that should be get component in children. Get component in children camera, and then at the very bottom, if is local player, and that should be false. So if is not local player, then we want to both disable this script and the camera. So mCamera dot enabled false. Well, actually, we don't need to disable the script because we still need it for other things. Yeah, so basically just that, just disable the camera. Most likely I'll have an audio listener, so mCamera dot get component audio listener if that dot enabled is false. Okay, that should fix that issue. Build. That's odd. Testing! Because apparently I have an audio issue according to YouTube. Okay, that's fine. Oh, no. Yeah. Mute. Just localhost. So, we don't actually know where said player is, so what I'm going to do is look at that box. And I got spawned in a completely different part of the map. which I don't, is there. So, yeah, we can't actually see each other because we both don't have a physical presence in the world. We're just a floating collider. 7 years old. So if we find something to the asset store, sure. Yep, screw it. That'll do. Yeah, we're also going to implement animations across the network, which is going to be fun and something I've not actually tried yet. Just be a case of syncing the animator controller, hopefully, if I read the documentation correctly. Who doesn't love nice, cheap white chocolate buttons? Whilst we wait, we also need to disable the player UI because it appears on both. So if it's back in the script, if it isn't a local player, that's the wrong. So game object dot get component in children, and we're looking for canvas. Dot game object dot set active to false. So what that does is it finds the canvas component in its immediate children. When it finds it, it'll get the game object that the canvas is attached to and then basically disable it. That way we don't have a duplicate UI going on screen, which is what we want. fact it's not auto-imported is annoying. That took its time. Yay! You're kidding me. Why do I have to open a Unity package within an asset store package? That is so very, very annoying. I should probably relabel this stream to about 5 minutes of networking and the rest is just waiting for Unity. Whilst eating white chocolate buttons. Import. I said import. Are you at all going to do anything? Or are you just going to stay like that? Ah, I can see a zip file. Oh my days. I regret downloading this package so much. By the way, if you're wondering what I'm playing a game called Abyssarium. It looks a little like this. It's an aquarium fish building game. It's quite nice. And yes, it is a clicker game. But it has a VR mode. What clicker game has a VR mode except for the VR clicker game made in UE4? Hey! I think, hopefully. Please. Well, that looks promising. Let me guess. I need to also do the shaders. Because apparently that's a thing that needs to also gets decompressed, and it's not in this, and it's in a separate Unity package. Because why the hell not? We still haven't got to the animations. By the way, I'm only going to go for an hour for this one because I have other things I need to do today, unfortunately. I did import. Derp. Love how I still don't have the. Oh, no, wait. There we go. Right, it needs a few things. One, it needs hair. Reminds me of Owen Wilson a little bit. Just a little bit. So he also needs clothing. Let's give him some pants. Well, trousers, because we're British. Let's give him a shirt. A vest. Some shoes. Okay, that's fine. Let me guess, this guy does not have any animations at all. And that would be correct. Okay, do it have any animations at all? Nope. Okay. Animation. Bipedal. Free. Something the way you move. That'll do for now. Just fine. Do it. Create an animated controllable player. Drag in the player to the animated controller. Open up said animated controller. We're going to create a new state. Do you want to create a new state? Hold on, let me think. Where's all the mocap data? Wow. Great animated controller. Okay. Create state. Empty. In that state. Ooh, we have a lot of animations. Do we have an idle? The question where all these came from. Oh, raw mocap data. Okay, so all these animations came from a Unity package called raw mocap data, available on the asset store. So I'm just going to do that. Call the state idle. Create state empty. You should really be a blend tree, but fine, let's make it a blend tree. In that blend tree, blend type 2D simple directional. It's been a while. Add motion field, basic walk 1. Right now, baby. Basic walk 1, and then basic run 1. Okay then. Might as well add another motion field. There. It's going to be idle. Okay, maybe not idle. Okay, parameters. It's not going to be called blend, it's going to be called speed. Conditions, oops, too many. Speed greater than 0. Speed less than 0.1. Just for sanity, speed greater than. 0.1. Okay, that's fine. So it's prefabs, player, that will be there. Center. That'll do. So under this, we'll need a network animator. Of course, it depends on it. Why wouldn't it? Oh, I just lost the 1 hour mark. Do I continue? No, I don't, because I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to proceed from here. So, yeah, as I have somewhere else to be, I thank you for joining me. I know I didn't get much done in today's live stream, but we do have it to a point where you can run around, and even though you can't see the other person, if you just attach like a cube or a capsule, you'll be able to see where the other person is in the game. They get moved around, they get connected. It's been good. And we've just been attempting to get the network animator working, but I think I have to change the way some relationships are done through the hierarchy. Yeah. So thank you for joining me, and I wish you have a good day, and I'll see you next time.